Oh snap! Who we going to? What is that? Is that live, yo? We live. Hold on.
Yeah, you
Let me
went
just.
live?
Well, screw it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Live,
we have to test it out because we just upgraded, right?
for real. This is upgrade. And for those that want to, you know what I'm saying, get your own Riverside FM, man, this is me and Ely, man. This is our, what is it, second or third day trying out this app. And man, what do you think about it, Ely? You know what I'm saying, before we get into our podcast about this whole app, because this is beautiful.
Besides the little technical difficulties, because I am not really into technical stuff, but it's a beautiful thing, I tell you. It keeps everything simple, and we're in our studio, and we don't have to worry about other things that you usually worry about. Because when you
Oh,
stress,
yeah.
I stress. But this Riverside, dude, it's really nice. We're still learning it, but it's hecka tight.
Tell me about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Yeah, it is. And you know, the one feature I do like about this is it's called the Riverside Mobile. So they also hook you up with an intro for themselves. Y'all check it out. Come on, it doesn't get better than
Look at
that.
that.
By the way, Riverside, if you're listening, man, go ahead and sponsor the Why? Why? We are probably the only Polynesian podcast out there that will be able to cater the voices to the whole Polynesian worldwide.
Check
And
that out.
Riverside.fm mobile, baby. And then, man, to even spicing it up, guys, you can even just. Hey,
Come
guys,
on and vibe with us.
it's a motivating thing, though, for real.
Hey.
Oh, damn. Ladies and gentlemen, man, today's guest, man, is nobody better to bring on the Uce Podcast but your lovely host. Give it up for Edie, ladies and gentlemen.
We're each other's guests today, yeah?
It goes all that, guys.
Oh.
It has all that little.
You,
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy.
see, you're just having too much fun now and just checking out all the features on this Riverside. That's good.
Yeah, but when you guys, if you guys like it, you guys find it valuable, man. We're paying about for well, we're paying the pro, and that's about $45 and change. We'll post it below the link for correction, or you can Google it yourself, YouTube it. They have it plastered everywhere on social media. How much the cost is? Why did we go pro? Because we are on our. Is it like 2.5 years now? We're in doing podcasts, right?
Yes, 2 years.
That's
Yeah, 2.5 years.
crazy, man.
Good times.
I yeah, we got to give our own some yeah, we started from. All right, guys. All right, thank you,
All right,
thank you.
simmer down, guys. Simmer down. Thank you.
Yeah, for real. We appreciate the love. Well, man, how far we come from this? This is crazy because I mean, like you said, for those that are, you know, the YOS community that has been tuning in, you guys know our stories. But for those that are just tuning in, because now we're live on YouTube, you know, we started off for me crying. Queen likes to call it crying and bitching. I don't know what the rules are for live for YouTube. So if we get banned because I'm cussing, well, we'll learn together, guys. You know what I'm saying? Actually, and I believe I can turn on the comments too. Yeah, good comment. Get some comments. Or right there, chat. We got a chat box. You know what I'm saying? Oh shoot! Look at that, cuz we got. Oh no, that's us. I was gonna say we got two people tuning in, but that's us. So
Sis
that's
on
the
more
thing.
balls.
I know. I guess the only thing is it's not like the TikTok, right? So here goes the good and the bad about it. How what I think. Um, you have a chat box, but it doesn't really tell you like how TikTok is to show you who's tuning in. So if you have comments, post it. You know what I'm saying? Comment there. You know what I mean?
Can they chat? Also, you can't chat live, huh?
You can chat live. That's what that is. That's a message to everybody.
Mm.
So if you're tuning in, we're not even sure if you're even watching us. You know what I mean? So we are live, the Uce Podcast, baby.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm
eventually we're going to go ahead.
no, I'm seeing it on the right side. I can see the live streaming the chat. So
Oh,
right now,
cool.
yeah, it's just the two of us. Even as a guest, so I'm the guest today. With this river stream, the owner you can actually invite as a producer, a guest, or you be the host.
Yeah, or you can be the audience that we can invite you as an audience. And anyways, man, if you find value in this, we're gonna be doing this like this. For all those that are podcasting, especially those that reached out to us through TikTok, man, Riverside is the way to go. I know on the YouTube I said Zoom is what we use, but that was 2024. It's 2025, baby, and technology moves forward. So is YOs, and this is that thing, man. This is that new thing. Background. That's anyways, you find everything below the link. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you click our link to get the Riverside because we get commission off of that. And that will help us continue to bring these podcast stuff to you guys. So, I'm gonna thank you guys ahead because I know that the YO's folks, they're definitely looking into getting their podcast game going, and Riverside is the way to go. They do have free ones, right? No, they don't have free ones. I'm not sure if they have free ones.
I'm thinking they do, but it's just a free trial. But eventually, you're gonna have to
Mm.
pay for like what we did. They have different sections. But the live, can you also do Facebook? We haven't figured that one out. You can go
Yeah.
Facebook live, but right now we're just doing the YouTube. This is pretty fun. We're live and it's just the two of us.
Just the two of us. So we're gonna jump right to it, man. We're gonna give you all our updates. Again, update number one for those that is not aware of it. Our website. Can you share that on your screen? Go ahead and pull up our. This is see now we're gonna not only talk about it. Eli's gonna go ahead and share it our information. So if you go to our website at www.yuce.com, which is YHYWHYUCE.com. You'll find everything about us, who we are, for those that are new to the channel. And if you want to support us, or that's where you'll find our merch. You see me rocking the YO's hat, Make America Great, or It's a Better Day. This is the YO's version. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to be able to stay on top of the wave, catch that wave and ride with it. So we got our own
Right.
version for the polys, man. The YO's t-shirt, if you like it, you know what I'm saying? That will help spread the love. But there you guys go, man. So you're able to go to the website there,
What the hell?
click on it. So,
You see
man, look
it?
at that. I see it, cuz.
There we go.
So go ahead and scroll a little bit down. Go back to the affiliated marketing. So let's go ahead and talk about our website here. The very beginning, it introduces us. Shop now. Obviously, that's to for those because we didn't really think about going back to our podcast when we started. We didn't really think about all these merch and all these stuff. It was our audience who said, "Hey man, when you gonna put out a shirt? When you gonna get a hat, man?" And then we're like, "Well, let's look that up. Let's figure it out." But on the bottom right there, you have where's that? Okay, I see Printful. Printful is one of the places that's where we actually use all the stuff that you're able to shop at. That's our link. You click on that, and that's how you can get your own stuff set up for an on-demand order to set yourself with merchandise. Right in the middle, Opus Clip. Everything, the compliments we begin about our short clips that you see on all our social media, that is the trick. Opus Clip. You put a whole hour and a half, however long your video content is, you upload it in that, and it will give you. It takes maybe a good less than half an hour, and you'll get an email confirming that your shorts are ready to go, and that's how us the YOs are able to do what we do. And then of course you got the Riverside FM, which we are using right now to be able to stream live and record. Now, for those that are tuning in right now live on our YouTube, it's pretty cool that you're going to be able to see us raw. But when you go to our episodes on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, all those popular podcast places, and then also the what is it? The video people that like to watch it on your phone. You find us at
Yes.
YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify. Those where you'll see, and then you'll see a lot more professional edit version, chopping out all these other stuff. Anything else you want to add on the website right here, cousin?
Right. And then if you want to be a guest, a host on
Hmm.
our podcast, right there underneath
Yeah,
it says Why Ooze channel. We look forward to meeting you. Just click on that and just email us. It'll come straight to our email and we'll be happy to have you.
yeah, and that's it right there, guys. You know what? While we're talking about our merch, we might. Oh, never mind. Next to the next.
Oh, you want me to go back? I can go back.
No, it's good. They can check out the website themselves, man. But look at how great that is when it came to sharing screen sharing. Now, I do advise you guys because me and Ely, we just started this Riverside FM uh, software. Is this a software or is it an app? What do you guys? I'm not sure exactly what this is called.
Well, I don't know. I think it is a software, but it takes us to our dashboard here, and then you have to go to the website. But then when they do the recording, they want you to download the app also. So it's both things. So I don't know. What is it? I'm not a tech person.
Yeah, and so I guess we're gonna say that's the con for it, especially Riverside. You guys are saying that we're gonna make this user friendly. Well, it's definitely not user friendly because we're confused about how you gonna have me download an app, not only taking up memory from my MacBook. On top of that, when we're trying to record live, or even when I edit, because I'm the editor for our video, I still got to go on on a browser to do all that. So I'm confused of what the point of an app is, what it does. But you can also do it to your phone. I mean, through your phone. I don't know what the
Yes.
whole point of that is because I can't even edit through that yet. So maybe I'm not reading something right, but I can say for about a year, what 2 years we've been doing this now, 2 years and a
Mm-hmm.
half, and I will say I'm like
Mm-hmm.
a almost to a master of an editor. And yeah, it's not ringing, it's not adding up, man. Like I always say, the math ain't mathing because it's not user friendly. You know what I mean? But anyways, anything else you want to? Oh, Riverside FM. Again, we're gonna tell y'all. And I'm gonna always remind you, man. Make sure you hit our link, please. You know what I'm saying? Don't let us give you the gems and answer all your questions, and then you go somewhere else and be a hater and decide to just go on our website himself and don't even show us no love. But it's all right, man. I've done it before. I'm saying that because I'm one of the haters. But
I was gonna say, he's speaking from experience. Thank you so much for being transparent about that, bro. Because
you know,
I was just gonna share too to the viewers right now on this live episode of Ooze that he does that. He's all about trying to get the free stuff and then move on to the next and don't even give credit.
stop it,
So like
stop it,
my
man.
brother saying, please click on the link, and this is how you share the wealth. We go in and support each other, and we are looking for sponsors. That's why we're doing our little
Gotta practice
Printify
it, yeah.
opus, yep. And because what's that word called again? By sharing, we're basically referring people,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
we get compensated for it. So, I mean, if you want us to look at some of your stuff and if you want us to participate, I mean, it has to benefit the Uce podcast. But if you're out there podcasting, or if you're even trying to do some videos or just want to do meetings, Riverside is like a little upgrade from the Zoom. Um, I like it. I don't know if Zoom has gone be able to go live right now. Is that the case or?
I, I believe Zoom can do it too, but me and Ely, we haven't went that far because I mean this is how Riverside was able to capture our attention. Shout out to you, cousin, because you're the one that found Riverside. I was just too
Mhm,
busy editing from the old school ways, and
mhm.
if you don't go and adapt to the now, man, you're gonna get left behind. And you'll probably wonder like how are we able to have this great quality footage. Now there's some is if you go to our Riverside one where you see me talking about with Jay Bed and stuff like that, that's on my MacBook.
Mhm.
But these great content quality ones that you see, that's through our iPhones. Like we're both
Right.
using our own iPhones. Now I'm not saying we're not advocates for iPhone because they're not sponsoring us right now. But if they want to, Apple, go ahead, go right ahead. We're
Mhm.
welcoming everybody that what I'm saying that will help us out. But use your iPhone, man. That's where you get that good quality, and a good what do they call that? Tripod? Anything that will help
Yeah.
keep it up.
Well, I'm actually using the Microsoft Surface Pro,
There
the
you go.
laptop, and I can use the Mac, the iPhone, and it's very compatible with other devices. So it's very friendly on that part, but we're still learning as we go. This is about what, two almost 3 weeks we've been using Riverside. The last episode we did was Riverside. So it's a still learning process. We're in progress, so it's a wonderful tool.
And then I'm gonna be playing like a sound. It's called a transition, so that way we'll jump to our next one. So and after this little transition sound, whatever that sound, I never heard it. We're all gonna hear it for the first time. Then we're gonna jump right into our updates highlighting our business, small business.
Mhm. Oh,
Our
that
next
was it.
series.
That was like a swoosh. It just came in.
Yeah, so you gotta get ready, cuz do you have a highlight one for us or
Yeah, we do. We do.
yeah,
I do.
okay. All right, you ready for it? Let's hear
Let's
number
do it
five.
again.
Here's a different transition. I don't let me see how long it's going to get ready.
I like that one. And
Oh,
yeah, that one's good.
okay, we're gonna be because guys, remember, man, we're actually gonna also keep a professional one for our
Mhm.
podcast. So we're gonna count down three, two, one.
Today on Uce, we want to highlight Miss Ella Elisara out of Oklahoma real estate.
Ella, sound more music.
Hmm. Yes, yes, Salmon Beauty on TikTok. You can go to her Facebook. She's doing real estate out in Oklahoma. I didn't get her website, but let's go support our very own. She's a veteran. She retired from the Air Force,
Mm,
and you can find her on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. If you're looking for a house out in Oklahoma, hit up Ella Elisara.
damn, that's what's up, cuz. And you know what, to our small business owners, man, we want to try our best to highlight you guys in a way that you'll get some kind of what is it exposure from it.
Mm-hmm.
But
We carry each other out, man. We just carry each other out.
for real, together we will all conquer. And
Together we will rise.
yeah, I'm trying to see if I can share a screen of Ella, to like. Oh, there we go. Boom, and that's Ella. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, from Oklahoma.
Yay! Look,
She
looking
looks
good.
so
That's her
good.
Facebook page.
Yeah, and that's our girl Ella, man. Big supporter. Shout out to you, sis. We're wishing you nothing but the best. In your like I want to be in your endeavor. How do they always say that? Endeavor or
Mm, whatever you want to say, bro.
there you go. That's the highlights. About to go to the next transition. All right, so our next one. What is it called? What do we call it? It's not series. What is it series?
No,
On the
it's just our topic.
topic. So
Oh,
it's
you want to say segment? Our next segment?
segment. There you
Okay.
go. Three, two, one. All right, we're going right to our next segment, and we're going to talk about highlight. Actually, I don't know what it's called. What do we call this, anyways? Hot topics?
Yeah, hot
We don't really.
topics.
Okay, there you
Current
go.
events, hot topics. Hmm.
Yeah, our current events, yo. You know what I'm saying? We got two ones for you guys. First, we're either going to go with John F. Kennedy first, or we're going to go with Tulsi Gabbard. That's what we're going to talk about today, yo.
Mm.
So I'll start. J.F. Kennedy. JF Kennedy, guys.
No, no.
JF.
Robert F. Kennedy.
She and okay, I want to
Right,
paint a
right
picture
family
here.
tree. Right family
Yeah,
tree.
right family tree, just the grandson. Oh no, the nephew, right? The nephew. So why do we bring this up? Well, first of all, why Uce was myself, Mofanua was at work, showed one of our clips, you know what I'm saying, to one of my buddies at work, co-worker at work, which I was very proud of. And while I'm talking about that, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up so that way you guys get a better understanding and be able to capture how we ended up doing all this and why how we come up with topics and stuff like that. But I was showing him the clip. Actually, you know what? Let me show some love to YouTube since we're on YouTube. I'm gonna show it there. Showing him our video here to see, I wanted a reaction to see how long he's gonna stay on because the according to a lot of the information that we get as far as like for podcasters, right? You want to capture your guys' audience attention within the 3 second time frame, and if you can't do that, then you lose your audience or whoever's tuning into your videos. So then we went ahead. I went ahead. I'm at work with the guy, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? I just finished another video, so I want you to check it out. Oops, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I also want you to be like non-biased. Don't because I'm your buddy, you're gonna try to listen to it. I want you to listen to it and
Right.
see how long you can go, and be honest. Like if you're tired of it already, you're tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I got no shame in my game because it's only gonna help me get better. So let me try to find this video. Which one did I show him? The JF Kennedy one. Where does the money go? Oh, right there. Shit, I'm trying to find it because and it's like the very beginning one. So did I share it yet?
No, it's coming soon. I'm waiting. We're good.
Oh, my bad. Boom. That one. Share the screen. You see it?
Yes, sir.
On a
I'm not.
small
Are
island
you able
like
to hear the
Samoa,
audio?
living,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
and then one day, measles outbreak.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
So y'all can find that right there on our playlist on our channel. You know what I'm saying? When you get into the YouTube channel that you're tuning into, that little video, I believe that's the recent one that we have on our playlist. But anyways, to get back to
Yeah.
the story, my surprise is that he listened to the whole video. Oh, you know what? I take it back. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, guys. That was not the video because that's how I ended up making this video. It was actually shoot, my bad. That's not the one. It was
Was
the
it
it was
was it the other one? You went live
Where's the
on
money?
YouTube one night.
No,
Yeah.
not the one where I went live. It was the one where's the money at when we were covering the
Oh,
LBJ. Remember? That's how we ended up with this topic. So this is the one.
gotcha.
That's the one. When it was
Got
just
it.
playing.
64 hours says, where's the
It was
money
this
going?
one. So we
What's
playing
up,
this one.
guys? Welcome back to another episode of
Okay.
Why Oops. I'm
He's tuned
Mofanua
into
from
it.
the Why Oops Podcast, where we keep it real, raw, and relevant. Today, I'm talking about $4.5 million.
So
Okay. We're talking about LBJ, American
yeah,
Samoan.
the LBJ one, right? So, and I'm showing you the audience this, especially because you guys are all here live with us to paint the picture. So I showed that, and to my surprise, because the video I believe was about 5 minutes, and he was captivated from the beginning to the end. So I did the job, right? He said, "Man, this is great, bro. This is really great. It's too bad I can't relate because I'm not Samoan." The brother could not relate because he was not Samoan, and I was just like, man, I never looked at it like that because
Hmm.
the Uce podcast is vision is to go global. By the whole point of us is to have a voice for Polynesians, so
Right.
that everyone around the world, especially for us living in the U.S., you know what I'm saying. A lot of our people, our circle, our surrounding, they enjoy being around us.
Hmm.
So it's just to in somewhat ways, it was kind of like for me. I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't want to put Evie in it. It's for me. I was like, well, I feel like every time I'm around folks, they really like my aura and they enjoy my company. And a lot, and I find a lot of them is for security too, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
What I'm saying is like, so I wanted to be like, to have a podcast of a blue book of like how to be like Samoans. Not that I'm saying, hey, go ahead and be Samoan, but to have that same kind of swag is what they say, or persona. You know, like we really don't give two shits about whatever life is. It's like we're still proud of who we are. If that makes any sense. I hope I'm making sense what I'm saying. But so I talked to Ely. I'm like, hey, cuz, you know what's so crazy about this? You know what I'm saying? That one of my buddies said that it was too bad I'm not Samoan. So I was like, wow, we need to make it to like it's Samoan. Then he also went on, but like, man, the only thing I think about because you're Samoan and that money, we need to talk. You should. I want to know what happened about JF Kennedy Jr. You know, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and the whole measles. And you know what? I feel so bad because I'm Samoan. I know nothing about that measles disease. I heard a little bit about it, but didn't really pay much attention to it. So, and that's why we came up with this topic. JFK, Robert F. Kennedy. Did I say that right? I think I did. Yeah.
Yes,
No,
you
come
did.
on. There you go. That's the story right there. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to directly go to the fact of why is his name, to my surprise too, because is a it's current right now that some of these senators or governors allegedly, specifically the one in Hawaii, I don't know if he's a governor or a mayor or whatever. He's the new guy that's, you know, and he's advocating to like, hey man, he does not fit the position to be the next health, what is it, the department, some kind of position that JFK, the president Donald
President
Trump,
Trump
yeah,
has
appointed him
appointed
to.
to be
Yeah,
one of his cabinet members.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to talk about. Well, that's what I found from that part.
Hmm.
And I wanted to be what is it, non-biased, because we really try our best to just give you guys, hey, this is what we found out, but leave it to you, the audience, to decide on your own. We're not saying that he was right, that he's the cause of the measles disease that was back in 2019 in Samoa. We're also not going to say like, oh, he wasn't. We just are here to give you our take on what we found from the information for the little stuff that we looked into. Do you have anything to that? What's your thoughts on that one, cousin? From your part, because I know you've seen the video that I posted.
I'm glad the video brought attention, like from one of your coworkers, and I want to just touch a little bit more about the how like we wanted to focus on the Polynesian community, and but for him to actually come in and say that he loved the video, but he couldn't relate, which is it's great that he brought that up, and the fact that he brought up Robert F. Kennedy about the measles stuff, and then talk about Tulsi Gabbard. That's why when you told me, I'm like, come on, let's do this. Let's talk about that.
Mhm.
Because those are current events, those are relevant. Because right now the hearings are going on for all the appointees from Donald Trump, and Robert F. Kennedy, he's being confirmed. What I don't think he has been at the at the confirming yet, but he is trying to be the Department of Health, so and Human Services, and it's a lot of down talks about it. There's a lot of people being criticized of his confirmation, especially by doctors. And you mentioned a senator from Hawaii. There's other senators too, even with the Democrats and the Republicans. But he's going to get scrutinized. He is going to be attacked, and they're going to go hard after him because he was a former Democrat, especially from the blue side. So it's very interesting to see that, and I can't wait to for you to talk more about about this whole measles outbreak. What is it about? Because or whatever else you're going to talk about, because it's very important for us to share and put information out there, because that's what we're about. Is the why Uce is we're sharing and put information, and let the audience who are viewing us right now and who are listening to us in the future, later down the road, and form their own opinions and ideas and thoughts about what's going on.
Yeah. So, like I said, through through the resources I found, I normally go to YouTube first to even just put in the name and see what they have. But to my surprise, cousin, like I told you when we were talking about this, is like I didn't have my X, and I went back to X before Twitter now. Well, used to be called Twitter. So I was really surprised of the information that they're gathering and how much information they have on this kind of stuff. Because, like you said, the main media, which is the main newscast that we're so accustomed to, depending which news broadcast that you're listening to.
Yeah.
Now, can you help me with that? Which one is the on Donald Trump's side? Is it Fox? I believe Fox is like
Fox,
all of it supports Trump, right? And then what's the other one? CBS and
CNN.
CNN.
Yeah.
So those are like the, the Democrats, right?
They
Or
favor the Democrats.
yeah.
So what I've seen. Yeah.
So where am I going with this, guys? Is as us regular, no, I want to say regular folks, as us people, the people, we're tired of hearing both sides because if you're tuning in, you realize that that's all that is. They're just trying to pool our votes and get our favor if that's who we believe that's telling the truth. Well, X, it seems to me, I come across a lot of folks that actually does their homework. They're passionate about this, and whatever the reason is why they're passionate, and they do a lot more deeper research on it. We came across on X. I wish I'm sorry because I should have pulled it up, but I
That's
just want to
okay.
kind of summarize what I came off of it. Is where I found the I don't know if he's a mayor or a governor of Hawaii. Is where he was advocating or standing like he's against it. And one of his things that he kept on putting on the camera to us is like he was one of the only, allegedly, the only one that used to be a doctor and is a doctor or practiced medicine. So he's more of an expert versus Sheriff Robert Kennedy, who has no kind of background in medicine. On top of that, he's not a scientist. So that was the argument because for Robert F. Kennedy, he's more on the what is he? Cuz do you know? Just on top of your head, he's like it's besides his name being so popular, he also advocates for
He's the one that they try to
economy.
keep. Yeah, he's the one that they suppress because he's always advocating for holistic ways of healing, healthy ways
Mm,
of eating. You
yeah.
know, getting rid of all the red dyes and all that nonsense that are being put in the food in the United States. The corn syrup, the dye, food coloring,
Okay.
and everything. That's Robert F. Kennedy. He's all about that. So that's why not only the doctors, because they have to prescribe a lot of different medications, but we don't even want to talk about that. The food industry, those different ingredients that Robert F. Kennedy is wanting to attack. That's what they're worried about. And what is
Yeah.
that? It's boiled down to money. It's all about the money.
Yeah. At least that's, oh well, you're absolutely right. It's all about the money.
Hmm.
So to get back to what I was saying was so that you have the governor of Hawaii. And he makes an appealing point. Then the thing that me personally, my personal opinion is I don't like when you're trying to throw the fact. Well, what shocked me first is like he said it's about 30,000, I think, or 40,000 Samoans residents in the state of Hawaii alone. Now, I'm kind of pivoting because it kind of really it's made me even ask more questions. Okay, well,
No, that's good. Hmm.
if there's 40,000 Hawaiian, I mean Samoans in the state of Hawaii, why are we not like the residents in New Zealand and Australia? Where am I going with that? I don't see them on the media. You don't see our people on the newscast, on the billboard, or just any of that kind of this realm of media. And the only time you see Islanders is in the music world, and that's about it. But you don't see them on this sector of industry, right?
Yeah.
And maybe it's because it's just our own people, or maybe we're getting gatekept or blocked from these things where it's just Hawaiian residents that are getting promoted for it. I don't know. I'm asking these questions. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because that's what it feels like. Then again, I don't even see how actual Native Hawaiians being their own representative. But that's another topic to talk about down the road, right? And then anyways, that's where I'm going at with this. I'm not just like, wait a minute, if there's 40,000 in Hawaii, but we don't even see representation of Hawaii for our community, right?
Yeah.
Besides our own local people doing their own stuff with church and stuff like that. And I know the only way to go to American Samoa is through Hawaii. So not only that we talked about in our previous episode that our terminal is based all the way so far away. I don't know where it's at now, but from my own experiences, just hearing from family members, loved ones talk about this. So not only we're being mistreated at the airport, but then you want to throw that in our face, like, oh yeah, he did this to Samoa back in 2019. It's kind of really hard for me to believe what you're saying, Governor, when you're not even helping our own people in the States. That's just my opinion on that part. But then now you go back to Samoa, right? I looked that up. It had nothing to do from my research, and then thank you to the guy. I'll post him down here. I'm trying to find it, but for the sake of time, I don't have it on top of my head. But I found one guy who's under the comments. He was saying on this video of that governor, who was just like, well, can you just tell the other side of the story instead of just trying to paint it like this man is the reason? Because he wasn't the reason. The measles, the vaccination that Robert F. Kennedy was talking about was a year back. It wasn't even a year 2019 of what these guys are claiming for about that. Oh, if he was part of that reason. No. The whole thing of vaccination that Robert F. Kennedy was talking about when he went to go visit Samoa was a year before that. And matter of fact, the data shows that Tonga and Fiji was also affected by it. But because of like the short clip that I posted, Samoa gathered their leaders of church and then the chiefs, the Macais, to bring them together to come into what should they do. And they did what they did. And that's what happened. They just closed everything down. Before the COVID happened in 2020, nobody even talks about that. Samoa's government was one of the first in the world of leaders who stopped people from flying in and out. Like that's how smart. Nobody ever shed the light of like the genius of leaderships that we have back home who were able to think that ahead and shut down the airport from coming in and out. Matter of fact, there's a family that does their stuff on YouTube who made a living out there. They're no longer there, but they're there. They were there and they went for a vacation in Samoa and ended up making a life out there because there was no airplane flying in and out in Samoa during that whole sickness that we're talking about, and it rolled all the way to 2020, which, as we all know, was the year where COVID really just put the world on pause. So where am I getting at with this? At the end of the day, like I said on the short video or this video that I posted on YouTube and everywhere in our social media, I don't personally think that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. had anything to do with the measles spread. That was way before, but these guys higher up that's up there is trying to butcher the man and make it all that it is him. As we all know, Dr. Fauci and his advocacy, that's another story. Like it's kind of like who's right, who's wrong. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at with that one, cousin.
Mm-hmm.
I think I lost you. Did I lose you?
No, I'm still here, bro. You're good. Basically, you're saying that RFK is people are like to portray him as the problem. Like I said earlier, the doctors are coming out and trying to blame RFK for all these things and to talk about the measles in Samoa, the outbreak, just like how they're talking about the vaccines that he's trying to take away a vaccine, but he's not trying to take a vaccine. He's just trying to make sure that the right vaccines are out there. So but this whole measles thing is like, where the hell did that come from?
Try to pin him on something, man. And that
Yeah.
was about what, 4 years ago? 5 years ago, maybe?
I've heard of the measles outbreak, but I've never heard about the connection with Robert F.K. And not since you brought it up. So that video was very informational for me.
Yeah, I appreciate that, cuz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, though. What caught my attention, right? It's not only that the governor of Hawaii was saying that, oh, there's 40,000 of Samoans that live in Hawaii. And I'm like, okay, what does that have to do with the thing with Samoa? Like, so you basically trying to gaslight it, like, oh, make us, suck me in because I'm Samoan. My mother-in-law lives in Hawaii. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
what? Well, what came to mind first was like, damn, there's like almost 60,000 of the population in American Samoa. And
Mm-hmm.
he said there's 40,000 in Hawaii. But like I said earlier, I'm like, okay, so if there's 40,000, why are our people not in the government system? Or maybe they are. We don't know. That's why we always open the invitation for those professional people to come on our podcast, uh, shed some light on it, give us some information, help us understand, because we really
Yeah.
want to know these stuff. And then the last thing before I close this segment out of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the fact that the report, and this is okay, this is an actual doctor that reported these reports saying that Samoa was not affected by the measles spread like how badly Tonga and Fiji had it. And I'm saying, okay, well, we never heard. How come they don't bring that up in these arguments? Well, of course they're not going to bring it up because they're not part of our territory. Even though Samoa ain't part of the U.S. territory too, but they're trying to use American Samoa as a bridge to make it like, hey, look at that, so our Polynesian people can like be distracted and go. That's just where I'm at. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like somebody, shut the fuck up, man. Call bullshit, I man. You know?
Anything just to put it out there. So
Yeah.
that was a good one. That was I enjoyed that. So thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. You have anything on Robert F. Kennedy Jr.?
No, I'm just excited to see his appointment when he's in front of that committee and see how it goes. Let's see
Okay.
if these doctors' voices and the questions from the senators, the committee, see how it turns out. Because right now, this is the week where they're everyone's getting interviewed
Yeah,
in his
I'm doing the
terms.
thing like we do on TikTok Live, guys. If you see me going out, man, just in case we're not allowed to, vape on the screen. So just,
Oh, there's a lot of rules too, huh?
I'm sure there is, because to protect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
But that's what we have with the JF Robert F. Kennedy Jr. guys. You know what I'm saying? Drop it. Drop your comment below. Let us know. Let me check the chat here. Do we have anything yet? Nope, nobody yet. All right, we're
Nobody
moving on,
yet?
baby.
Oh, come on. We moving on then. let's go. So
All right.
now let's talk about some of the big controversies surrounding our very own Tulsi Gabbard, who was born in American Samoa, right? And then the family moved and she grew up in Hawaii. And I believe she stayed in India for a little bit. I don't know how much, but she has some strong views on foreign policy, and not everyone agrees with them. The reason why we
Mhm.
want to talk about Tulsi Gabbard is because she's Pacific Islander, and also uh, Mofanua's friend brought it to our attention that it'd be nice to for us to just talk about it, and so here we are. Now, first up, let's talk about her stance in Syria. So you may think this is boring, but I really like this stuff, and I'm glad we're talking about it. Gabbard has been a vocal critic. If you have followed her, you will hear how she speaks, and she's very out there. She's been a vocal critic of the U.S. military interventions, especially in the Middle East. She's even met with Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, which raised a lot of eyebrows.
Mm.
You can see why. Some people see this as a peace building effort, while others argue that, you know, by meeting with Assad, she was supporting a leader accused of terrible human rights violations. So, if she's running US intelligence, does that mean she's going to push for less intervention, even when it might be necessary for national security? Then then let's talk about her view on Russia. Now, before I get to Russia, um, I forgot to talk about Tulsi's military background, so you know where you can form your opinions. Um, Tulsi Gabbard's appointment as the director of national intelligence. So, shortening for that, the acronym DNI. So, this is a huge role um, that involves overseeing all the U.S. intelligence agencies, from the CIA to the NSA, making sure our government has the information it needs to make important decisions on national security. So, the question is, because I already mentioned Syria and I'm about to mention Russia, is Tulsi Gabbard the right person for this job? And that's why I want to break it down on the key points, the strengths, the concerns, and the questions we all need to think about. By the end of this episode and this live, you'll have a better idea on where you stand on this appointment. So stick with us, okay? We're going to love to hear back from you. So, her military experience, you all know she's a lieutenant colonel within the U.S. Army Reserves. She's been in combat, she's been to Iraq, and so forth. Um, Her military experience gives her insight into the kind of intelligence our military needs on the ground. But the DNI job is more than just military intelligence. It's about overseeing all 18 intelligence agencies in the U.S., like the CIA, the FBI. Okay, I mentioned that earlier. She has a great military experience. It's not clear if she has the deep expertise needed for the civilian intelligence. That's the one that we need to keep in mind. Okay, so now Gabbard was only on the House Foreign Affairs Committee while she was in Congress. This gave her a front row seat to discussions about foreign policy, security issues, and intelligence. That's why I believe that she was appointed by Donald Trump as the DNI. Now let's go ahead and skip down to Russia. What do you think about Russia, bro? You know what? Rhetorical question, because everybody have their thoughts about Russia, but in reference to Tulsi, while most U.S. politicians treat Russia as a serious threat, especially after things like election interference and cyber attacks, Gabbard has been much more relaxed about the threat Russia poses. Some say this could be a problem, especially since intelligence agencies in the U.S. spend a lot of time tracking Russian activity. If Gabbard doesn't see Russia the same way, could it affect intelligence priorities? So these foreign policies views, while they make sense to some people, could be seen as risky when it comes to making decisions about intelligence and security. She's definitely not the typical pick if you think of traditional hard line national security leaders. Ain't that something to think about, bro? What do you think about that? People
Well,
could take her serious?
I think people are taking her serious because when she came on the scene, or at least the first time I seen her is when she went after a few of the main guy, the main people that was talking, right? Of course, the one that stands out is the one with Kamala Harris and stuff, with the
Hmm.
debate and stuff like that. But I think as far as the the parties go, I'm not sure because I'm not a person that's really in tune with politics. Just from my own personal view of things, is like the first time I've heard of her. One, I didn't even know she was like had a piece of Samoan in her, right?
Right.
I just heard like, man, who is this woman that's with authority and actually hitting some facts that going against like Kamala and all of them and really talking and backing it up.
Yeah.
And the stuff that she's fighting for and arguing about, it's almost the same as like Donald Trump and them. Is that
Mm-hmm.
they're tired of it. Because of course I knew, what was it, a few years ago when she was fighting us, all she wants is just bring the troops back home, right? That was her whole fight. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. She's a vet, or she's still serving, and she just wants her brothers and sisters that she fought alongside with to come home safe. Because for a war and something that, as we know, or I would like to think, rich people control in this world, and have our people just go out there and fight because we can't afford anything. That's what we signed up for, whether it's your
Yeah.
sons, your
Mm-hmm.
daughters, people are just taking orders and stuff. But that's why I look at it like this, because just to go off of what you were saying too, um, one of the old security, that position that she's going for, I'm not sure if that's what it is, but it was like an older gentleman, and I believe, I'm not sure what news media that was bringing him on to talk about, do you think she's fit for the position? He said absolutely not. She knows nothing about it, like what you just mentioned, right? So I looked into this guy, like, well, who is this dude? Finding out that this dude used to be under Donald Trump's when Donald Trump was president, and he was doing that whole security, intelligence, or whatever. The point of this guy was, he was that old school thing. Like, he didn't care about. He just wanted to be wanted America. His practice was to make America still like we're the bullies, and we're going to be stepping on country's throat. Like, listen to what we say, or like the Clintons, like Hillary Clinton, that kind of
Yeah.
threat. You know what I'm saying? People are tired of that. You know what I'm saying? America is tired of that. Why? So I went back. I'm like, okay, who is this guy? And the only thing that came to mind was like, dude, this is a guy like that movie, War Machine or Machine War, the one where Brad Pitt starred in. He was like the general that they sent out to Iraq, and they portrayed that, like it was Obama's time, and he was sent out there too because he was so used to being like that old school mentality. Oh, I'm out here to just make sure that we're at war. We're gonna let everybody know that this is America. We're not to be fucked with.
Yeah.
It was that kind of stuff. And he was trying to ask the President Obama at that time, was like, send more troops out. But the whole point of Obama presidency, like, no, no, we're bringing our people back. There's no war. There's no need for war.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you all watch Machine War, kind of like, yeah, it's a nonfiction, but that's how I think about this older gentleman who was saying that she doesn't fit this position to take on this responsibility. And
Right.
going off of that, who are you? Who are we to even say that? Because now, us as Americans, we voted for Donald Trump to be the president. Even like when he had the position, right? But he wasn't the president. He had no background, no history, and he became a president 4 years ago. So president, I mean, he had no kind of political practices or nothing. And I think that's where, we got to give this person the chance, right?
Yeah.
We know, how it is. The both parties are going to just have to work together to give the other that presidency and their team the opportunity to get it done. But you know how that goes, man. It happened to
Exactly.
Obama's time. It happened to Trump's time,
All the time.
Biden's time.
Yeah.
It just always happens. So that's where
Like
I'm at
what?
with that one,
Yeah.
cousin.
Like why we can't just put our differences aside and just focus on what's right for the people, right?
Yeah.
What's right for the country. The people spoke. Donald Trump is in the White House, and these are the people that he picked. And we specifically speaking on Robert F. Kennedy, and then now Tulsi Gabbard. So let's go ahead and wrap this up, and by thinking about whether Tulsi Gabbard is actually qualified for the Director of National Intelligence position, DNI. She has a lot. Let's think about it. She has a lot of military experience, which is definitely valuable. She's been um, real world impact of intelligence on the battlefield. But the DNI job isn't just about military intelligence, it's about overseeing a massive network of agencies, managing thousands of people, and coordinating intelligence across the government. Second, people believe she's underqualified for this role because she lacks the deep experience in the intelligence world. Gabbard never worked in an intelligence agency like the CIA or NSA, and running them is a very difficult job from serving in the military or even Congress. So, does she have the technical knowledge and management skills needed for such a complex job? It's tough to say, but her experience in foreign policy, her understanding of military needs, as we mentioned earlier about her background, and her fresh perspective on intelligence could bring something new to the table. What do you think? Why not give her a chance? So, after everything we've discussed, what do you think?
Yeah.
Is Tulsi Gabbard the right person for the job of DNI? Does her military experience and unique perspective makes her a great choice? Or do her controversial views and lack of direct intelligence experience make this appointment too risky? I want you to think about it. This is a big role. This is huge. And the future of US national security could depend on how well the next DNI performs. If you've got thoughts, opinions, or even questions, we'd love to hear from you. You can leave a comment right now. I see nobody still on here, but that's okay. You can send us a message or connect with us on social media. On here at YouTube, we have a Facebook, Uce. We have TikTok, Uce. Also, we have Instagram, Uce. Or you can even go on our website, yuce.com, and send us an email, service@yuce.com. And thanks for listening, man. We'll be reading your some of your responses on the next episode. So help us out, engage with us. That's all I got for you, bro.
Okay, so you know what? My buddy was talking about like he brought up Tulsi Gabbard because he was like, "What's up with her being a spy?" Because he feel like it could be right. And I asked him why. He's like, because everything in the social media, not social media, but media was saying that she was a spy, Hillary Clinton, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, so you don't believe the first thing that you see? Did you even do your homework? He's like, bro, I'm just human, bro. It came on there. It became a thing that you keep hearing it. It's almost like a commercial. When you see it all the time, you end up believing it. He's like, so, Uce, help me persuade my thoughts and my opinion thinking that she is a spy. Do you have anything on that one?
I think, like you said, it's the media. It's what people hear and see, and like you said earlier, we have to do our research and just.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's out there, like you mentioned about the media earlier, who's controlling the media and controlling what's coming out? That's why people go on TikTok. I mean, TikTok. You learn a lot from there. People now are like moving towards X because you're free to speak there. Remember, once upon a time, Facebook, it was everything was being censored, so you didn't
Mm-hmm.
get everything, and we know that that's a fact. So that's why people went to either Rumble. If you, I know some of you heard about Rumble and X. Ever since Elon Musk purchased X, people were able to go there and speak freely. So it depends on where you go and get your information. That's what you're going to believe because you're just going to information that's being put out. If information being put out that Tulsi's a spy, then that's all you're going to hear. If you go to whatever media you're going to, and that's all you hear, that's what you're going to believe. But it's good to go to other social medias and do your research, and you'll hear other people talk about it like I mentioned earlier about her relationship with Russia, because she's out there doing her thing, out in different countries, and that's why she's labeled as a spy because she's not too hard on them. She went to Syria, to Russia. Does that constitute as a spy because you're speaking to them and you're trying to you chose a little bit of sympathy? Those are the kind of questions you want to look at. Why is she being called a spy? That's the kind of questions I would ask. Why did Hillary Clinton call him a spy? Why are these people calling Tulsi Gabbard a spy? So I'm glad your friend brought this up, and it's something good to look at because I was thinking too, like, yeah, why they calling her a spy? I want to know. So I do like to do research, and like you, I do, I go on different websites, different, YouTube, X, TikTok. I try to go to all platforms so I can, see, and that's why the goal of this podcast is we want to bring stuff to you, and then you formulate whatever opinion you will have, and then you make up your mind by that. Because we're not here to try and tell you, that Tulsi is a spy. Tulsi is going to be a great DNI. We're just here to give out the information and for you to gather all that, and then we're not here to persuade you to do anything. We just want to educate you, and then you form your opinions. And I'm glad your friend brought that up. That's why it's like, let's go ahead and do Robert F. Kennedy, and let's do Tulsi Gabbard.
There you go, man. Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to close it out with my own personal opinion. I don't think she's a spy. And this is my own reason. I'm just going to give you all a little bit. I'm going to share this screen and give you all why I think. So let's see here. Can I share it? Let me see here. Where we at? So, if y'all see everybody that watches UFC, Khabib, Lumana, well, I forgot how to pronounce his name.
Oh, I won't even try. I'm not going to try.
Khabib, just to name a few, Islam, and my man right here, this one, Kamsa. These are very popular guys in the UFC fights. Dana White. Khabib is good friends with what is his name? One of our UFC fighters, champion guys. I forgot his name. I had to pull it up. Where am I going at with this, guys? A lot of our Americans have went to Russia. These are UFC fighters. And for those that understand the MMA every arena, Joe Rogan talks a lot about it too. It helps you find peace. It makes you realize, for mixed martial arts, especially mixed martial arts, I forgot the name of the fighting practice, but it makes you think different. Because I have one of the Usos that came off for MMA, Jiu-Jitsu. There you go, Jiu-Jitsu,
Okay.
right, and wrestling and stuff like that. It makes you think out the box. It makes you just forget about everything else and try to escape, try to figure a way to get yourself out of harm's way, right? Getting choked out or broken bones and stuff like that. And a lot of these guys, with the whole Conor McGregor fight with Khabib, these were both countries, two men representing their own country. This man, Khabib, is a great example of what Russian country is with their religion, Allah, and all that stuff, right? It's just crazy because you're like, what do you think about Russia? Well, I'll be honest with you. This is what I think about Russians. I think about Khabib and all of them. The characters that they bring. They're almost like us Samoans. It's the way our culture is. Like, they don't go with the Western world. When I say Western, I mean American and the Europe. The whole of like, oh, you're gonna be somebody to do this. Status is what matters, and then you do something to who you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tulsi Gabbard, I don't know how much a percentage she has of Samoan, but even if you have a drip of Samoan, I know that you're gonna have that Samoan culture in you because that's just how we are. We install our roots in our children. And like I said in the video, man, our island, our number one thing is God, family. And that thing matters a lot to us because it represents who you are. So when we're talking about being a spy for somebody, other countries, we're very loyal. That's another thing. People don't understand that, especially in the U.S. I mean, y'all don't understand the loyalty that Samoan and just Polynesian people have when we're with somebody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And here's another example. Queen Elizabeth, right? One of her best friends was the Tongan Queen.
Okay.
Back then. You remember that documentary?
Yep.
Where the Tongan Queen went out there? And why were they best friends? I mean, we want to talk history and going back to roots. Dwayne Johnson, one of the biggest movie stars in the world. Why do you think he has a lot of pull relationship with people? It's the loyalty that the man has. With McMahon, that loyalty for WWE took it a long way. So that's why I say that I believe she is not a spy. She's loyal. She joined the military. She's in the service. My family's military, and it's just what we stand for. That's where I'm at. Now, if people are going to disagree, that's your own opinion. To each his own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To each
Yeah.
his own, cuz. I
To each
wanted
their
to
own.
close it out like that, man.
Beautiful.
Kind of like that transition thing.
I love it.
I like that transition thing, y'all.
Do it again, so I can get into the affirmation.
For real, I'm gonna do that long one.
Oh, now it's time for our what you call that affirmation? What do we call
Did you
it?
come up with a name from Ely's inspiration? We'll
You
figure
know
out.
what? We
Anyway,
gonna
drop
go.
it underneath, man. Comment, guys. Comment. Give us some ideas.
Yeah.
Man. We'll put a poll out there. What should we call our affirmation that Ely always provides for us?
I like that Edie's motivation, or we'll figure it out. But go ahead and comment, please. Let us know what we should title it. That's our segment towards the end. We'd like to. So do it again, so I can just share our motivation.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Another Uce motivation. Kindness given is a seed sown. Its harvest grows when we pay it forward. Paying it forward creates a ripple effect of generosity and positivity. When we extend kindness to others without expecting anything in return, we inspire them to do the same, building a stronger, more connected community. It's a reminder that even small acts of goodwill can lead to profound, lasting change.
And you know what, man? To the listeners, man, that's that segment for Spotlight. Feel free to drop a comment. Me and Ely are working on our group. We're working on a group, and we need our community to let us know and help us create this community. Cause you know what I'm saying? That I know we're live, but I also thought about like I want the entrepreneurs, people that we brought on, right, to bring them on to our community, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, because we don't know. You know, we'll find out what in a few days if TikTok's still going to be around in the U.S., right? But we want this community because we really want to bring, you know, like Patrick Bet David, Joe Rogan, bringing up these guests, prestige guests to come and speak on stuff. If you're a Polynesian, you're tuning in, man, and you have family members or you know somebody that can help us carry on this mission, because we're the voice, man. Shout out to Finau Fanua
Yeah.
from the ABC Pacific out there in Australia. I mean, a lot of our guests who came on here and talked to us, we don't take that lightly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to also my man, wait for it, Fa'avaya from the Islands Avenue. I mean, your words carries weight, your advice. So we are looking to build this community, and we need your help, guys, because we're just two cousins who believe in starting a business, and it led to a podcast, and it's kind of going from there. You know?
No, it's going somewhere, and it's going to.
It
You know,
is.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited and pleased with what's happening, and to write on what you just said about our community. We would love to invite back our previous guests and just for an update.
Hmm.
And even like he said, if you have family members who you know that not only just entrepreneurs, but I know there are entrepreneurs who are motivational speakers out there. I
Yeah.
know there's Polynesian motivational speakers because our goal still stands the same, and we just added another goal to it is to promote our Polynesian folks. So if you have any type of business, small, big, or grand, we still would love to have you on here. We don't care if you just started or if you're thinking about starting it. We would love to have you on here. Athletes. You see, we want to have athletes on here also. I saw the first Samoan tennis player who was on who made it to the Australian Open and won her first Grand Slam. And so we want to interview, up and coming athletes. What music folks, the type of folks that you're into, Mofuno. You're all about the what do you call them? The songwriters, the musicians. Even if we just want to highlight our community. It's not just where we're at, because right now I'm in Seattle, he's in Kentucky. We're looking
Mhm.
across the country, from the United States to New Zealand to Australia to American Samoa to Samoa, you name it, everywhere, Europe, Asia, so forth. We just want to hear from you, and we would love to build that community, because we're all as strong as one. We're here to just hold hands and lift everybody up. So that's what why Uce, this platform is for all of you.
And I'm Morphanua.
Nam Ili.
Ah, damn, that was a good take right there, cousin.
Now you can go off live. We're done. Then we can talk. See you guys.
For real, let me see how I turn that off. How do you turn off the live, yo? How do I turn? Oh, damn. Oh, shit, look at that. Let me just share that. Look at that. For real, let me see how I turn that off. That's a live, cuz. How do you turn off the live, yo? That's the actual live. Oh, damn. I'm just showing you. Look at that. Let me just share that.
Yeah, I see you're sharing your screen.
Yeah, that's tight, yo. Now, how do we turn it off?
I think you just end it so it can
Oh, you just
upload.
stop. You're right. Boom. There you go.
There we go.